YouTube. Hello, this is crazy. Actually, one day after the A7R III has been published, there is already around 100 videos at the first glance which are all about this topic. Everyone who works with cameras to make videos with cameras about cameras so that other people can then make videos with cameras again tries to be immediately the first who speaks about this new product, but instead we would really wish to have quality instead of quantity. But this crazy high-speed logic of progress seems to be contradictory to this idea. And maybe exactly the same thing happened with the A7R Mark III. There is two important advertising slogans which Sony is using for this camera: professional operability and reliability. This is what we should suppose from any camera anyway in this price range. The other one is, now the future is yours. So what? Isn't this what every camera naturally tries to sell us when they bring a new model on the market? And the funny thing is that whenever you buy a new camera, then as soon as you buy it, it's already part of the past. So here I want to explain you why I am not going to buy the A7R Mark III. And this, no, it's not because I'm saying it's a bad camera. Actually, the Sony A7R Mark III most probably is again the best camera on the market today. The situation with me is like that. I'm already using the A7R Mark II plus the RX10 Mark IV. For the RX10 series, you will already find a playlist here in this corner with many tests and reviews. And also there is some test reviews of the A7R Mark II in our camera review playlist up here. The A7 series, same as the A6000 series, is excellent if you want to work with interchangeable lenses. Whereas the RX10 series is more the all-rounder, let's say a point-and-shoot camera that you can basically use in any kind of situation, or most of the situations. A7R III has 399 phase detect autofocus points, and additionally it now has 425 contrast autofocus points. With this it can realize 10 pictures per second, and they are damn sharp. Most probably this is what we can suppose. So what's the revolution? It will beat the new Nikon D850 with ta-da, 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 1 image per second more. But exactly this, the Sony A9 can do much better with 20 images per second. Also the A6500, for example, or even the RX10 Mark IV doing 24 images per second with most probably the same focus quality. And to be honest, when I want to shoot high-speed series of images, then I would have no idea where to go with such a huge amount of data which is being created shooting at 42 megapixels in RAW. Here it becomes obvious why Sony now had to build in a new USB 3.1 connector and a second slot for UHS to high-speed memory card. The new iViewfinder with 3.69 million pixels. I was already comparing the image viewfinder between Alpha 9 and A7R Mark II. Actually, I don't miss anything in the quality of the A7R Mark II. Image stabilization has been improved. Okay, now we can correct 5.5 f-stops instead of 4.5. And the next big argument is 4K resolution in Super 35mm mode. But in terms of quality, maybe the A7R Mark III is losing over the A9, offering 6K data for the 4K movies. By the way, also the RX10 Mark IV records 1.7 times as much data as required for original 4K resolution. Here it will be necessary to make direct comparisons between the video features of the A7R Mark III, the A7R Mark II, A6500, RX10 Mark IV and so forth. And now, okay, finally the A7R Mark III can do up to 120 frames per second in HD resolution, same as the RX10 Mark IV. And then one of the great innovations is also pixel shift multi-shooting function. It seems that now the camera can create images of 169.6 megapixels, but it is not true, because in reality 4 different images are being created. They all have 42.4 pixel resolution. You have to enter them into a special software to stack them together and create one high-resolution image. This is only possible when using a tripod and when shooting motifs where there is no any movement. So the problem with this pixel stacking is that in real life you cannot really use it. I mean, a real revolution would be 4 times 42.4 megapixels, which is 169.6 megapixels. I would like to work with a camera like that. Or I would like to work with a 1000 million megapixel camera or a million megapixel camera. I would like to be able, when zooming into a photograph, to see the atomic structure of all the objects that were inside the picture. Or even I would like to be able to see the quantum mechanics behind it. Yeah, to be able to really understand what holds the world together in its essence. But besides the fact that this is physically most probably not possible, we'll still have to wait for that. Okay, and then the A7R Mark III has this new flash sync function. Great thing for professional studio photographers, but since I usually don't work with flash, I don't really need that. And then there is this big battery argument. They say now also the same battery like as in the Alpha 9, but actually for me the smaller batteries, they were never really a problem. It's not a problem to carry some small extra batteries in your pocket around. Also, using the external battery grip on the A7R Mark II, you could easily improve battery capability already. And then the point is, these older, smaller batteries, they were the same in the A7R Mark II, in the RX10 Mark III, RX10 Mark IV, also in the Alpha 6500, also in the older models like for example the A57. This was all compatible with each other. And now this is not anymore. Therefore now Sony is producing additionally one more big bag of garbage, because then all the older generations of batteries and so on are going to be thrown out. Was this really necessary? Then also I'm sure, even though I haven't seen it, most probably the A7R Mark III is also going to be equipped with the new menu, which is improved in sense of system, even though I never had a problem to work with the older system too. But the problem is all the Sony Play Memories apps, they are not compatible anymore. You cannot install those apps, and they really allowed some creative functions, and it was really a nice, joyful tool to work with. Now this is not available anymore. Okay, you can still do time lapses because the A7R Mark III has this S and Q position on the mode wheel, same as the Alpha 9, which is, by the way, actually missing in the RX10 Mark IV series, but all the other apps are simply not available. Hopefully they will make an update in future to make this possible. Yeah, and then it also has this new improved eye autofocus, maybe same as with the RX10 Mark IV. Like for example, these images here now, they are filmed with the RX10 Mark IV. You can check the video quality. Do you like it? So now, after all this time, we come to the real innovation of the A7R Mark III. It's the HDR recording video function. Wow, this will be an interesting tool. And also, it offers hybrid log gamma. Plus, it is equipped with S-Log3, same as the RX10 Mark IV, for example. It also has the touchscreen focus operation, same like the A9, same like the RX10 Mark IV. So in this point, actually I have to say, even now working with the RX10 Mark IV, I don't really work so much with this touch focus, it's not so much needed. The locator buttons on the mode wheel are also very precise and intuitive. And then also in reference to the 42 megapixels, they say they have improved the quality of these 42 megapixels. If it is such a big jump as between RX10 Mark III and RX10 Mark IV, then okay, I would say this is a revolution. But to be honest, the pictures of the RX10 Mark II, they are really excellent and sharp, and I don't think this can be such a great improvement in that way. Okay, so in the end, I hope you're not so angry about my opinion. Maybe if you don't own an A7R Mark II or RX10 Mark IV, of course, the A7R Mark III is going to be an excellent super camera, and they really try to find the balance between all kind of positive and negative things with this camera. They try to create a beast which is excellent for video and photo and so on. But please understand, this was my subjective opinion. I hope you could make something out of it. Please don't forget to follow and like this video. We really need your support also for the future productions. Stay tuned for the next coming video works and so on. All very best wishes, never mind, and see you soon.